Good morning, afternoon or evening. Today I've got a very interesting 1v1 game in Ranked against Pition here from the IMP clan. At the moment he is one of the top players. This was during one of my streams, which I try to stream every Saturday, and I do try to stream a little bit more, but life gets in the way of that. So you can see me in the north here in red, not too many resources, a few spare cows outside my main wall. You can see here he's on the opposite side of the map, obviously, in yellow, and he's doing the same kind of thing as me. He's building a wall here, house wall, like me. Well, I'm doing it a little bit round, getting away from this ball. Going to speed it up a little bit, of course. You can see we're both kind of doing the same thing. He goes for his temple a little bit earlier. I'm not sure why, although he has a he has his strategies. So you can see here, actually slow down a little bit. You can see here the first combat is taking place. He attacked me, well actually I attacked him with slingers because I see he's building a forward base. I get a little bit worried here. And I send all my army in. I kill most of his army, and he tries to dance, but I manually target, so I sack these guys and target manually. Trying to out-micro him here. You can see I actually managed to win this fight, and I just make sure that I can build up and get to the next age fully before he manages to put too much pressure on me. He's already going Iron Age, you see, because he wants those heavy archers. While I'm staying in the Bronze Age for now and building my towers, stables, getting my barracks up, getting my archers out, getting my economy stable, then I'll go up. Although I probably could have afforded to go up here. There was nothing stopping me except from the bulwarks, which aren't super important. I could have just destroyed them. Probably a mistake on my part, but nothing serious. Although the idle time, there we go, I picked the Iron Age upgrade. The idle time was a bit annoying. I should have made some workers or some upgrades. You can see I build a stable here, because I know he's not Asia. He can't really do much against my rams in the Iron Age. And I've got my stables back here, producing horses. The second level of combat now. 2 towers that weren't quite completed. This one's almost there, and I think I lost all my workers. Yeah, 1 worker got lost. But I fend him off, and he's not making heavy archers for some reason. He's just got the research. Okay, that's why. You can see he tries to kill my workers here, but I've run away. It's a bit of a waste of time there for him. He should have just tried to gone flanked round or something. I've got 6 horses now. Unfortunately, I think I forgot the upgrade. No, I didn't. I got all the upgrades, and I see that I'm going to do some sneaky stuff, like I always do. I do enjoy playing on multiple fronts. So you can see I'm going to run into his base over here. And I think this is his only metal at the moment. And he does see my army, but he walls himself off, and he loses his workers. I see these rams on their way, and I build these towers up. I do destroy these bulwarks at first. I send a load of workers to repair, while these towers deal with it. You can see he does finally decide to send some units over here, and I should have just ran away with the horses because the spearmen slowed them down. But I missed micro a little bit there while I tried to focus here. I'm making my rams now as well. Upgraded all my workers. The barracks are being upgraded also, because I want those much cheaper and much faster produced workers. I should upgrade my farm as well here. But not the workers, because the workers with the farm upgrade from the Iron Age are the same speed as the Eastern European workers. Same gathering speed, so I'm not going to bother there. See, my economy is really weak, while Pition's is actually pretty strong. He's not got much iron though, which isn't really stopping him in anything, because he doesn't need too much, only to upgrade the barracks, which he's not going to do anyway. Shooting ranges only cost wood and food, so the iron doesn't really matter too much for him. I don't think ballistas cost too much iron at all, if any at all. I think he's putting his iron to upgrades somewhere. Although again, I am not sure. His iron's ticking down there. So you see, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to send the horses out again the same way. And I've sent some archers on the left side to put off his iron, which is a good call because his iron is already really bad. He's only got 2 workers on iron, the others are building walls. And the workers that were over here ran away somewhere else. Unfortunately, he does push me back here, and my army does die. But he missed micros a little bit, gets some idle time on his ballista. Again, I don't think too serious. but then he does lose his ballista to my archers. Unfortunately, actually no, he doesn't lose it unfortunately, but my first ram comes out and gets killed before it can even hit once. Hugely successful attack here with my horses. You can see his wood economy is paralysed. His food eco, he's got a lot stockpiled, so it's not too bad. And his iron is also completely paralysed right now. He set all his workers on wood and none back on food. It might cause him problems later. And here I'm just picking off the last few workers. Every worker counts, remember. And instead of fighting the spearmen, I think I do turn around in a second and destroy these houses. I should be doing that. Combat over here is still going on, and I send even more horses. So all the horses from here can either be sent to the front line if they're needed, or they're sent over here to his base. You can see his wood economy slowly getting back up, but now he can't afford to upgrade his houses, as I destroyed his houses. So he's constantly pop capped. And I've got my full pop as well, but an extra 25 I think that is. I do try to make my first catapult, but I make it back here, which is not very smart. I send another wave of horses. This one just got finished off, so I'm going to try lead his spearmen away, fight over here, and then the rest of my units go in here. But he just goes onto the front line. You can see I send my ram in now. I should have held these archers back a little bit, because what happens here is that now the archers are dead, he can fully focus on the ram. What I should have done is sent the ram in first, so he focuses on the ram, then send the archers in like now, and now they're going to pick up the archers for me. But you can see I take out 2 Western Asia towers, and I send my horses in here, like I said. I can send them in to help out there. You can see here that he's walled himself off quite well, and I can't destroy these because he's repairing, so I'm just going to pick up his houses while he's busy hiding his economy over there. Also forced him to make another poultry yard here, which is an investment probably not going to cripple him, but doesn't want to be doing that. I think here, actually, ballistas do cost iron, so I was wrong there. And he can't make ballistas now, so being able to cut off his iron like that, which I think he should be able to afford to put workers on iron. He's mismicroing his iron here, I think. Getting even 5 workers on there to afford ballistas, I think would be very good for him right now. Again, a bit of a sneaky play here. I always try to fight on multiple fronts, and here I'm trying to sneak around, divert some attention onto this ram. It doesn't have towers here, so it's going to be hard for him to deal with it while I destroy his buildings. Another ram over here doing the same thing. You can see my base. Still plenty of resources for Europe. It was a very good spawn, although not the most defensible, because if he just attacked over here, he might have been able to break me or do some more significant damage. Here you can see that my horses run in again. This time they're much less effective, but they do waste more of his wood trying to repair, so I'd say they're still worth it, but less effective. You can see now he's got his army back up to basically critical mass again, with loads of heavy archers. And if I look at the stats of heavy archers, 12 damage against my 13. 1.7 attack speed against my 2, so he attacks faster. And I can't see anything else, unfortunately. But I think my armor is better. Let's see. Where's the archers? Actually, no, his armor is better than mine by quite a lot. So, although I do more damage per shot, I fire slower and have less armor, which is why I'm using these horses with loads of health. So the archers fire with the horses rather than my archers. Also trying to use catapults, militiamen, and rams. The rams are really good here because they're just soaking up damage. There's a few stray archers always shooting at them, the ballistas firing at it. Although it's not super effective, it's pretty good. Another wave of horses over here. You can see his economy is still not fully recovered, although it is now stable, basically. And here, unfortunately, he loses even more workers. At the same time, I'm trying to keep him busy here, so he can't micro here fully, but he doesn't have to, he just traps my horses, unfortunately. Although I do force him to spend all his resources on making an army over here, which now has to run all the way up to the north. You can see here I get pushed back very severely. My catapults all died. I think I had 2 there. And I do sneak some workers out here through this wood line, and they're doing some more sneaky stuff. I've got got some fishing going on. You can see my economy is not doing too much better than his, but I've got too many workers on iron. I could probably take 3 or 4 of them off and put them on stone now, because I need a bit more wood. can see my iron ran out here, and his ballistas are pushing into my base. Very painful. You can see I lose a few houses, but because I built so many houses for militiamen, it's not a problem. Although it does start becoming a problem. I do manage to push out with my production of 18 seconds, which is insane. Look at his economy now. He's got no food. He's always low on something, which is very good with my horses. So you see these workers now are over here building towers on his wood. He's now forced to work on this wood line, which I didn't think about, but is indirectly breaking it. So if I get horses in here anyway, I can freely move about between the sides of the base. And now his front of the base has been invaded. On the way with those workers, I built a workshop here to pester him from this side with rams. So I always try to play like that, like I said, just trying to attack from multiple angles, be annoying, make the enemy look in the wrong place at the wrong time. Because now I've got a huge army of archers. I run them in, kill the ballistas, and then all the archers, send my horses in, send a catapult in. Here at his base, he's now penned in with the guardian towers. I'm destroying his houses, almost trying to cut off his food here as well, making catapults, oh no, rams here, sorry. I don't have the resources for catapults at the moment. You can see this ram is now doing really well. It's killing off his Bronze Age and Iron Age buildings so that he can't make heavy archers, which are really powerful. Cutting him off from that is very effective. He's now made some ballistas back here. That's loads of populations wasting on fighting off this forward base. Loads of resources. He also left his gate open by accident. Giving him lots to micro means he's going to mess up. Now coming in and destroying his barracks and whatever I can, just making sure his workers aren't working. You can see my economy is very good now. His economy is still actually pretty good as well, considering I've been raiding it for so long. I also basically get full grasp of this now. Not fully, but you can see that he's just running off of a few shooting ranges, and that's it. I make some docks here, so when he does destroy all this, I can make some catapults and keep pestering him, trying to keep the pressure on from multiple angles. But you can see my archers get in here now, and for every few he kills, another bunch comes out. Also got my catapults, militiamen, more horses going around, 2 waves of horses, now attacking his food, and because he's wasting resources on this, he can't afford to get iron. So now he's in a bit of a situation, I'm stopping him aging up as well. And that's the end of the match. You can see he quits here, understandably, after I destroy his frontal base and do so much damage with my horses and the towers, which cut off part of his resources. I think I destroyed a house or 2 there as well. A few things, definitely, that he should have walled off earlier. I think Pition did say that he should have done that. He shouldn't have been messing around with houses and stuff like he's doing now. He should have walled off. But yeah, pretty good game. Alligator there killing my docks, because my fishing boats, because that's what alligators do. And a very interesting match. It was on stream and I didn't really speak much while doing this match because I was so busy trying to micro and win this match. So that's the end of this video, and thank you everyone for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.